Before the video starts, here's a quick shout out to Dilip, YouTuber8, Pranay, Hemant and Mohammad Aslam. For a shout out in the next video, type your comment, like the video and make sure that you're subscribed with notifications. The comments with the most likes will get a shout out in the next video. Good morning YouTube. I'm Ogi F. This is the Royal Enfield Meteor 350 Fab-All and we are on our way to Lonavala. Yeah, it's been an eventful week for my buddies and me over the last few days. Firstly, a big congratulations to Ralph and his wife Saloni. Ralph got married earlier this week and yeah, congratulations. It was nice knowing you. I doubt we'll ever see you on a ride again. Oh, some puppies. I think the rest of us have all been really busy with work and have not been able to kind of even meet up during the week because of our busy schedules, and I hope that changes in the weeks to come. Let's try and sync some audio. There we go. Yeah, the main reason I'm out today riding is because I wanted to test out this jacket from Royal Enfield. I think someone asked me in the comments in the previous video that I uploaded whether I would review Royal Enfield riding gear, and I've always wanted to try their jackets because I know that they previously had tie-ups with very premium riding gear manufacturers. That's changed over the years, of course. I'm guessing their contract and agreement with them ended, but I don't think it stopped Royal Enfield from manufacturing good quality riding gear. This jacket is, let me adjust the camera so you guys can see me clearly. This jacket model that I'm wearing is the Explorer version 3 jacket that they've sent me in the mail, and it comes with level 2 Knox protectors in the shoulders and in the arms. Those protectors are temperature tested, mind you. It gets a foam back protector, and while that might seem strange for some of you, oh, I thought he was wearing something on his head. That's a weird head color. It gets a foam back protector, and since that's not CE rated, some of you might be surprised by that, but guess what? That's how they do it in Europe. So a majority of the European riding jacket manufacturers will only sell you maybe a level 1 armor in the shoulder and elbow, and then a foam back protector or no back protector in some cases in the back protector pocket. So people in Europe and even in parts of America are used to upgrading their back protection or their armor in general after they buy their riding jacket. Now I won't really complain because I've got a whole bunch of riding gear, and I've got a level 2 back protector that I use on the racetrack, which I usually wear under my riding jackets also. But for someone who's new to riding apparel altogether, they might want to invest in a good back protector, either from Knox or from Royal Enfield themselves, if they do sell that as an upgrade. I'm not too sure about that. The jacket is priced a bit on the higher side compared to some of the other jackets available in this segment, and I think that's primarily because of the material that they've used. They've used 610 denier Cordura fabric. Cordura, am I saying that right? Cordura fabric in the impact zones to give it that extra abrasion resistance, and they use 600 denier polyester, which is what most of the other riding jacket manufacturers in India use for the rest of the jacket. Of course, there is polyester mesh built into this and a bit of reflective piping around the jacket too. Branding is kept pretty subtle. Hold on, let me wave to my Royal Enfield brethren. Yeah, branding's pretty subtle, and I like that they've done that. A lot of people go with very bold branding to let you know that it's a jacket made from their company itself, but I think Royal Enfield have kind of given you the option of being very subtle with your riding gear or going in the complete opposite direction and, you know, expressing yourself very vividly with your colors. This jacket's available in black and in the grey color that I'm wearing right now. It comes with thermal liners and a rain liner also, which there is a nice handy back pocket built into the jacket for you to carry around if you do need to. There is a mobile pouch on the inside of the jacket, but it's not the regular type that I'm used to, which has a zip and a waterproof section for it. This is more of like a neoprene material, which is soft and will keep your phone in place, but I don't think it will protect you from the elements. And it's weird that Royal Enfield have gone that way with this jacket, because I think this jacket was meant to be something that you can use in multiple seasons. And I don't know about you, but I think that a multiple season jacket should have a specific waterproof pocket for a mobile phone. Just my 2 cents. Size wise, I think is where I'd encourage you to go to the showroom and try out these jackets, or at least have a look at their measurement chart to figure out where you fit on that scale. I usually wear a size medium jacket in most other riding gear, but in this one I've had to switch to a small because the medium fit me like a large. The small also has quite a bit of adjustability built into it. In fact, I was telling my brother that this is one of the jackets that probably has the most amount of adjustability built into it from the ones that I've owned. It has adjustability around the bicep, around the forearms, around the cuff. It also has adjustability at the waist and around your rib cage. So it gives you a nice secure fit throughout. It's just a matter of picking the right size before you start then pulling straps. Royal Enfield are very generous with giving out riding gear to the media fraternity, especially the lot among us that rides their motorcycles regularly. And with the launch of the Meteor 350, they sent us out another jacket also, which was released simultaneously with the motorcycle. And I have that too in a size small. Again, the armors on that are similar, level 2 in the shoulder and forearms, and a foam back protector. And while I've not really got a chance to test that out on a ride like this, because again I've been working throughout the week and even on Saturday, and now finally got some time to ride. That would be a great option for someone who's looking for a city and a touring jacket which has a lot of ventilation. Now, coming to the motorcycle that I'm riding today, this is the Royal Enfield Meteor 350 Fireball. And I keep saying that, but I don't mean to mock it. It's just from that song. It keeps popping up in my head whenever I say that word. But yeah, this has a bunch of accessories put onto it. So it has the bar end mirrors, like you can see. It also gets that fly screen up front. It has touring foot pegs and a touring seat, which is for both the rider and the pillion. And for the most part, I think it is a bit more comfortable than the Supernova's stock seat that I was riding previously. I'm not a big fan of the foot pegs though. I guess it will be comfortable for a longer ride, but I think they kind of restrict your movement just a little bit because of the large surface area. Prefer the stock ones. For those of you who watch the channel for a while, you know I'm not a big fan of bar end mirrors. Again, these work fairly well, but I don't like the fact that you have to look away from the center of where you're looking and focus your attention directly to one side of the motorcycle just to see what's behind you. There's a split-second delay for you to gain your focus back when you turn to the front, and that can be very costly. That can be very, very costly. Chups, man, they have another level of confidence in their abilities. And to their credit, most of the time it really works out. When it doesn't, it's pretty fatal. But yeah, I guess that's the gamble you take if you're a chup rider. Such a well-behaved motorcycle this, yeah? Such a well-behaved motorcycle. I mean, you almost want to stick a leg out and do some crazy shit with it. It's very well balanced for the type of motorcycle that it is. Don't want to jinx it as we enter turns, but been pretty relaxing to ride this around. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to head all the way to Lonavala, even though I said at the start that I'll be riding there. Yeah, without the company it isn't really that much fun. So I guess I'll just stop somewhere where I have a nice view of the entire landscape and then whip out some Parle-G, I guess. Ooh, what has this guy done? look at that guy, full rally racer style he's gone, dude. Amazing, man, how well this bike handles. Absolutely amazing. 2020 has been a strange year. We've been in lockdown for almost 7 to 8 months. Global pandemic and whatnot. And a Royal Enfield motorcycle, a single cylinder Royal Enfield motorcycle, is almost on the top of my list of best motorcycles from 2020. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Yeah, I think I'll just take advantage of their parking spot over here and maybe just park around there somewhere. Yeah, I guess this is a good place to park. I don't want a very crowded place right now, and this is just what the doctor ordered. Yeah, I'm not someone who really likes riding solo a lot, especially on breakfast rides. I think these Sunday morning rides are more of my way of catching up with my friends over the happenings of the week. But yeah, every now and then I would have to ride solo, I guess, because of everyone's schedules not lining up correctly. And I think with the kind of week that I had, and not being able to ride, because I usually use my ride from work back home as my, stress relief for the day. No matter how stressful work has been, I can unwind while riding back home on the motorcycle. But with the pandemic and with us all working from home, I feel like that luxury has been taken away from me. And I was more than willing to ride alone this weekend. I just wanted to get out and ride this weekend. Never really had any plans of vlogging, but I figured why not carry the cameras around and then just make a video out of this, since I've not been uploading as much. And while I guess it's still important to exercise caution, something I've been talking about for years now, I think it's also important to go out and enjoy yourself every now and then. Not by being a hooligan, of course, but yeah, by just genuinely enjoying the ride. I now have some stuff from IKEA which got delivered to my place that I need to fix up. So I will be heading back home and getting to work with that. I love DIY stuff. Love it. Alright, thank you again so much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and if you did not, please share feedback. As always, at least wear your helmets while riding your motorcycles and your masks when you head out in public, and ride safe. It's a freaking jungle out there. Beautiful jungle nevertheless, but it's a freaking jungle. Goodbye. It's keychains, a bottle, and a whole lot of other things also. Oh, someone's adventurous. It gets a foam back protector, and while we might be spoiled for choice, it gets a foam back protector, and while that might seem strange to some of you, that's usually how it's done in the rest of Europe. In the rest of Europe. And they use 600 denier. What's going on here? Is he reversing or are they towing it? I'm very confused. Oh yeah, he is. Well, that's one way to do it.